In this video, we are talking about the one book niche that most self-publishers ignore, not because it's small or it doesn't make money, but because it scares people away. It's the kind of book that you have seen on store shelves your entire life, yet most people on Amazon never consider publishing it. And that's a mistake because the demand for it has never gone away. If you've been searching for something different than the same old low content books, this is the niche that sets serious self-publishers apart from everyone else. Hi, welcome to Self-Publishing Central. If you are new here, my name is Caroline, and every single week I share real strategies, case studies, and behind the scenes tips to help you build a thriving self-publishing business. There's one niche in self-publishing that most people avoid, not because it doesn't make any money, but because it's too much work for them. It's too complicated, it's too intimidating. And that is exactly why it's the hidden niche, the one that separates casual hobbyists from the serious self-publishers. This niche has been around for decades. You'll find it in bookstores, airports, grocery stores, even stacked on the shelves in retirement villages. Yet online, on Amazon, it's almost invisible compared to things like journals and coloring books. And that is where the opportunity comes in for us self-publishers, because while everybody else is competing to pump out another lined notebook or a generic coloring book, this niche just continues selling along in the background, day after day, year after year. So today, I'm going to show you what that niche is, why most people overlook it, how profitable it really is, and why it's only worth tackling if you're serious about your self-publishing business. So here's the thing, when people get into self-publishing, they usually start with the easy stuff, journals, notebooks, coloring books. These are pretty low barrier products. They don't take much time to create, and you can crank out dozens of them pretty quickly. And don't get me wrong, those can sell. I've made plenty of sales in those niches myself, but the problem is when everybody is doing the same easy thing, competition gets brutal. You end up with thousands of similar books all fighting for the same handful of keywords. And as I said earlier, this is why this niche is hidden. It's not that it doesn't exist, it's that most self-publishers look at it and say that is just way too hard, it's not worth it. And that is exactly why it is worth it. Because while casual self-publishers avoid it, serious self-publishers who are willing to put in just a little bit more effort find themselves in a niche with far less competition and much stronger staying power. Okay, so what is this hidden niche? This hidden niche is crossword puzzle books. Now, I can already hear the objections. Crosswords, aren't they old-fashioned? Don't people just play puzzles on apps, on their phones nowadays? And yes, crosswords are old-fashioned, but they have been around for hundreds of years, and that is exactly why they are so powerful. They're not just a trend, they're evergreen, and they're going to continue to be around for years to come. Millions of people still buy crossword puzzle books every single year. Seniors love them for the brain exercises, students use them for learning, hobbyists enjoy them purely for relaxation, and the demand is spread across so many sub-niches, from large print crosswords to themed crosswords to easy crosswords and Sunday-style jumbo books, even educational crosswords for kids. Crosswords are not dead. They're thriving, but only for the self-publishers who know how to do them right. Let's take a look at the numbers for these books, because this is where things get really exciting. If you search Amazon right now for crossword puzzle book, you will see books with tons of reviews. Some of these are ranked in the top few thousand of all books on Amazon. That means they're selling dozens, sometimes hundreds of copies every single day. Let's take a look at some of the most popular crossword puzzle books. The current best-selling crossword puzzle book is the New York Times crossword book. So obviously this is a traditionally published book, and it is sitting with a bestseller rank of 798. So what does this mean in terms of book sales? I'm just going to use the Kindlepreneur book sales calculator, and that BSR, bestseller rank, means that it's selling around about 2,500 copies every single month, doing exceptionally well. Then we have the second best-selling crossword puzzle book, and I love this because this is self-published and it has a bestseller rank of 1,272, so selling extremely well. One of the best-selling books across the whole of Amazon. Let's have a look inside and you'll see how simple these books are. There's no creativity, there's no design, they're just plain black and white with literally one crossword per page and solution solutions at the back of the book. So they're simple in terms of the formatting, the layout. Of course, crossword puzzle books are not simple to make if you don't have the right tools. Now, in terms of how well this book is performing money-wise, let's pop this bestseller rank, 1,272, into the book sales calculator to estimate how many books are selling. Wow, so this book is selling around 1,800 copies every single month, which means the royalties are estimated to be approximately $6,500 for one crossword book. One crossword book that is self-published. And if we just scroll through some of the remaining results, we can see they all have fantastic bestseller ranks. There are a couple of self-published books in here, all doing really, really well. That one has a bestseller rank in the 5,000s. And these ones are really fun themed crossword puzzle books. So you can get creative with the theming and the topics that you use in your crossword puzzle books. Crossword puzzle books have been selling for decades and they'll keep selling for decades more. That means that a good crossword puzzle book can bring in royalties year after year. And this isn't just about Amazon. Crossword puzzle books sell well in so many other places. There's Etsy, where you can offer printable versions. You can have your own website where you can bundle crosswords as digital downloads. You've even got local opportunities like bookstores, libraries, and gift shops. So when people say that crosswords are outdated, I just smile because the numbers tell a very different story. So if the profit is so good, why aren't more people rushing into this niche? Well, it's very simple. It's harder than making a notebook. Much harder. In fact, until now, it's been practically impossible. And as we know, most people out there are looking to make the quickest, fastest, easiest books that they can. Crosswords require grids that work, clues that make sense, formatting that looks clean and professional. That's why a lot of self-publishers avoid them. They don't have the tools or the patience to create quality crosswords, and so they just stick to the easier niches. But the serious self-publishers, the ones treating this like a real business, they invest in the right tools and workflows. They use software that generates grids automatically. They curate clues for specific audiences. They format the books with designs that actually appeal to customers. Now, there have been a few crossword puzzle book tools in the past that I've tried, but I've just never found anything that can create those original New York style of crosswords, which are the ones with the black backgrounds in them. But finally, there is a new crossword puzzle book tool that creates these exact types of crosswords. I have been waiting for this for so long. And if you have been wanting a tool that creates these kinds of crosswords too, you can finally get your hands on it too. These are the exact type of crosswords I'm talking about. In the past, we were only able to make these types of crossword puzzles, which I think a lot of people aren't interested in. They want these sorts of puzzles, crossword puzzles, where they're the traditional New York style. And I'm so excited that we can finally create these kind of crosswords, plus so many different other types of crossword puzzles with different designs and different formats. Now, there are a few different ways that you can get this crossword puzzle tool. If you have seen my last few videos, I've been talking about the Puzzles membership, which is a monthly subscription that gives you access to a whole bunch of different puzzle tools like word searches, Sudokus, cryptograms, and a heap more. If you have joined this membership already, you will get this new crossword puzzle book tool added into your membership with all the others. So keep an eye out for that appearing in your membership soon. If you haven't joined the membership yet and you want this crossword puzzle book tool as well as a heap of others, you can join and you'll be able to create all sorts of different puzzle books that you can self-publish on Amazon KDP, or that you can sell as digital downloads around other platforms, or even on your own website if you want. And if you are only interested in having the crossword puzzle book tool and you don't want any of the others, then you can go ahead and just buy it on its own as a one-off payment. It's not as a subscription. You can buy it as a one-off payment and you will get access to just the crossword puzzle generator. The tool is launching on the 13th of September 2025. So you can either get it in the puzzle membership or purchase it as a standalone tool. Also, if you do want to purchase it on its own as a standalone, not as part of the membership, then between the 13th and the 15th of September 2025, you will get a big discount with the first few days of the launch, with pricing starting at $47 $7 with the ability to add on extra features and upgrades and add on different styles of crossword puzzles depending on what it is you want. So this is why I call crossword puzzle books the hidden niche for serious self-publishers only. Not because they're impossible to make. They're not. With the right tools, they're actually pretty straightforward, but they scare people off, and that fear creates opportunity. Think of it like this. Low content niches like journals, notebooks, or blank sketchbooks are flooded because they're easy. Anyone can open Canva, drop some lines on a page, and upload a book to KDP. That is why the competition is so big in those types of niches. But crossword puzzle books, that takes an extra step, and every extra step is like a filter. It weeds out the not so serious people and leaves the field open for those people who are committed. If you want to treat self-publishing like a serious business, crossword puzzle books are one of those niches that can become the foundation of long-term, reliable royalties. They're evergreen, they appeal to multiple demographics, and they carry a level of perceived value that a simple journal never will. And what's even more exciting is that crossword puzzle books are perfect for a hybrid self-publishing strategy. On Amazon, you can sell physical paperback books and reach millions of buyers who love ordering puzzle books with free Prime shipping. Off of Amazon, you can sell digital versions on Etsy or on your own website or platforms like Gumroad. You can even create subscription models where people pay monthly for new crosswords sets. I talk about this exact strategy in my last video where I talked about creating a digital coloring book business using these kinds of platforms alongside Amazon KDP. That's what makes this niche so powerful. You're not limited to one platform. Crosswords are universal, and that opens the door to multiple streams of income. So let's just recap. Crossword puzzle books are the hidden niche for serious self-publishers only. Most people won't touch them. They think they're too hard and they're not worth the effort. And until now, they have been. And that is fine because it leaves the door wide open for the people like us who are willing to take it seriously. Crosswords are evergreen. They've been selling for decades and they'll keep selling for decades more. The profit potential is huge and the competition is so much lower than you'd expect because the majority of people avoid them. I hope that this video has helped open up new opportunities for you to be able to self-publish more or different types of puzzle books. Or if you have been wanting to get started in this niche but haven't been able to because of the lack of the right kind of tools to be able to do it, I hope that this helps you get started. If you did enjoy this video, YouTube thinks that you might like these ones too. So please go check them out to learn more about self-publishing your own low and medium content books on Amazon. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.